Usually, when people think MAGA, they think of United States, make America great again. But it trickled into Canada and uh, Canada's Prime Minister, the Liberal Party, the opposition leader Pierre Poilievre. He has tried to lead this Maple MAGA cause along with some other Canadian province leaders like Scott Moe of Saskatchewan and Danielle Smith in Alberta, who are trying to do this, make Canada the 51st state rhetoric Donald Trump has been starting. And this has got the majority of Canadians going against these kind of people and thing, especially when Mark Carney, he's a Harvard graduate and Oxford graduate and banker and also studying economics. He worked at the Bank of England first and then Bank of Canada. So he has a lot of things on the list of credibility. While Pierre Poilievre, paperboy, and only took 11 years just to graduate college university. And he tried, all he did try to act like how Donald Trump acts. To do the yell and trying to bring up makeup light. While Mark Carney doesn't know how to anything about economics and I got an agenda like I'm gonna do these things on it list but actually his plans are a lot of things Canadians actually need but he against. And that's why the never conservative thing has been going on. But also the MAGA agenda is unfortunately trickled into South Korea, which this campaign is regarding former South Korea President Yoon Suk-Yeol, who now Suk-Yeol, he's one of the terrible presidents who love to lie and not get things done. And he is one of the newer presidents who has actually ended up on death row. Because what he did is he broke martial law. He did things that Donald Trump did, and also what did things like R. Kelly did, and that's how he got arrested. There were people who wanted to fight for, take back the country and elect a better leader. So they broke into like the building where the president works, and Suk-Yeol, he tried to bar the door, then to prevent anyone who's trying to impeach him, even though he was the terrible president, because the things that he said he'll do and what he should be doing, he did not do. So he got impeached and he got sent to death row. And his wife also got arrested too, but not death row. She just got arrested because, she did some illegal activity and also helped her husband do some things that R. Kelly like activities. Yeah, what you call girls. Yeah, she was one of them. So yeah, that's how she got in trouble. And the current president, right, who the replacement is EJ Myung, who is taking back the country and is a proper leader and getting things done. Just like what happened many years ago when South Korea had first woman president Park Geun-hye, but you know what happened. She was sending illegal money, and that's how she got replaced. And then that's when Moon Jae-in took over and as the replacement. And he was the only guy who actually met the North Korean president Kim Jong Un, shaking hand at the demilitarized zone, and then they ate jjajangmyeon for lunch. The only time when recently when North and South actually leaders met. Although you don't know if something might happen, if North Korea might do something, and that's why South Korea has this mandatory once you're a boy who you graduate high school grades 10, 11, 12, and then you go straight to mandatory military service. Used to be like maybe like 4 years, but now it's they shortened it to 1 year. back in my parents' day and my uncles. And other countries also they do have their own, but some countries, men and women, like China does it. But the Singapore, Malaysia, they do also do theirs, and also the Philippines, they also do theirs. Japan, they probably do have one, and North Korea makes men and women do it. All because of power over who wants more power. But regarding this MAGA case, due to U.S. Influence, or should we say, divided states influence, which started with a man in a Donald Trump outfit, which holding a sign called Yoon again, trying to promote Yoon Suk-Yeol to be president again, and now this is the same ideology and campaign MAGA and United divided states is trying to do. Trying to make Donald Trump run for office for the third time. So this Korean and the acting like Donald Trump, masked, walking down Seoul and acting as if he was Donald Trump. Which red hats and red hats are part of the People Power Party. That's South Korea's main conservative party. But the red hats, that's MAGA. But on the hats, it reads make Korea great again, and stop the steal. And these people are upset that Yoon Suk-Yeol was sentencing because he was arrested in mid 2024. So this crowd is blocking the streets in Gangnam district, shouting Yoon again, similar to what they're doing to regarding Donald Trump. The fact that these people are even in Seoul are waving the US flag, it is just disgusting behavior. With one of them, 20, 25-year-old leader of the Freedom University, a far-right organization for students that hosted several Yoon again rallies. Park Jun-young, who was quoting, "We are fighting the same fight, the struggle to reclaim electoral sovereignty. United States and South Korea are in the same situation." While the elders, they managed to teach the younger generation how to behave and education, which also include respect your elders and those around you. But unfortunately, the now younger generation, they're now doing the rallies, waving flags, holding up signs, singing along with their elders, with people with bleached hair and their bag charms and trendy fur jackets. And a whole bunch of opposition party lies and negative things, what, which even back in the old dynasty days, this kind of wording was used. Because even in like the royalty, yeah, if the others didn't agree with the others, they would try to do something. And then what the young ones are making claims that the Chinese have hacked South Korea's election system, that the current progressive president is a communist, that the North Korean spies are infiltrating South Korea to turn the communist haven. 29-year-old Kang Ji said in context, I learned about what was happening in South Korea through social media and felt I couldn't just stay still. and it just shows how social media is ruining things, and also negative influence from abroad. And unfortunately, like Ji Hyun Kang, who in their he's in his 20s, and 74% of men are and younger are voted for a conservative candidate in last year's presidential election. But the only reason why their cause isn't going to be working is the one they voted for is they broke martial law, and they act like Donald Trump, R. Kelly, and what they promised to do, they didn't do it. And this is actually the same building that Yoon Suk-Yeol was actually he got confronted and he was impeached for breaking martial law and many more. So build up Korea and Freedom University. So they're copying Turning Point USA and had direct ties to the MAGA orbit, including Donald Trump Jr. and the late Charlie Kirk. So it's a straightforward injection of US MAGA politics and into South Korea and into among a small but vocal and growing group of supporters. And founder Mina Kim is a familiar face from this MAGA media circuit with this Korean MAGA group gaining around 24,000 users on YouTube. So this Freedom University, what they do is they're basically conspiracy theorists, just doing the exact same thing Charlie Kirk did. And so what they're doing is lying to these graduates of high school and to a distrust of the system. This is exactly what is happening in the United States. So these students in high school in the United States, they're taught to hate the government. because build up Korea is doing what Donald Trump and U.S. politics. Freedom University showed what MAGA looks like, and this is basically brainwashing the country. Because here's a little bit of Mina Kim. So Mina Kim, she was born in South Korea, but she immigrated to United States when she was 12, and she was a graduate in Pennsylvania State University in 2012. But when she was an adult, she immigrated back to South Korea. When she came across Turning Point USA founder Charlie Kirk's videos, she said that she was inspired and she was particularly struck by the one when she spoke to religious leaders, including Pastor Rob McCoy, which McCoy, who gained national attention for defying the COVID-19 orders and holding indoor mask-free services. But before that, he was the man who helped guide Charlie Kirk's spiritual journey and inviting him to speak at his church and later helping him establish Turning Point USA Faith, which resulted in Mina Kim is an idol of the late Charlie Kirk, the controversial man with the Trump supporter. Which she said when God gave that vision to bring this movement, freedom movement to Korea, I went to Pastor Rob's church out of the blue and walked into his office and said, Pastor Rob, I came from Korea. You don't know me, but you gotta help me, and I want to bring this freedom movement to Korea, and we need this so badly right now. Which she said in Liberty University. And if you don't know what she looks like, here's an image of. Yep, that's her. Who's trying to brainwash every single high school Korean boy and girl before they go into university. And reminder that South Korea does not have college. Though if you ever ask, say, college to South Korean, yeah, don't get confused. No, we don't have that. So what she's trying to do is spread lies and controversy. Though she wasn't rated right. So Rob McCoy, he would have to offer his support to her, and Charlie Kirk actually met her. And what Mina Kim said, the seed of build-up Korea was planted at when speaking at Liberty University. It's Turning Point USA, but the Korean version. And then the following year, Build Up Korea was born, and in 2023, and which market itself as a controversial youth organization. Right, leaning political and cultural ideas among South Koreans and Korean Americans. It main tenets have been straightforward anti-communism, biblical worldview, and free market economics, not just within Korea but globally. Which, of course, brainwashing. So what which group spread the gospel by hosting events and creating content online on the Instagram account post praising the GOP, the proposed election overhaul known as the SAVE Act, which using an image of New York Mayor Zoran Mamdani with the phrase the socialist surge. And the video examining allegedly occult performances that repeatedly show up in Olympic ceremonies in Europe. Although United States and South Korea do have like similar colors, blue and red and white. Although the South Korean flag actually looks very similar to the older Pepsi logo. Before Pepsi decided to change theirs, which looks kind of different, modernizing it. But the fact that Donald Trump Jr., Trump provider Alex Bruce with Steve Bannon and Jack Post so big, and Charlie Kirk right before he was shot dead. Which Charlie Kirk had said in context, it is the young people that will determine the future in this of this country. I will continue to fight the communists on America college campus, and you need to keep fighting communism in South Korea. So Charlie Kirk, he would he's trying to intrude into South Korea's politics. which Andrew Colvett said in context. I think he understood that his role had broadened to encourage conservative throughout this world. He also realized that America had a certain magic and an energy that he could lend to South Koreans. This was around the same when he was still alive. But what happened in last September last year? How United States, the MAGA and the ICE treated South Korea. This cut ties with South Korea. When South Koreans they sent 450 workers from both Hyundai and LG. Hyundai is vehicle company, and LG is a tech company. Everything for like the home, and they even have smartphones using Samsung's technology that's made for all Android devices. So they went to Georgia State to this factory where they would teach U.S. workers how to make technology from these Korean companies. And it was just like probably like the second day, and then a racist MAGA woman, she decided to call ICE on the Korean workers who actually they did pay the money, and they were on a visa, and all they did was trying to teach, and then to go back to South Korea right before the visa time end. And then ICE showed up and they arrested everyone doing the same thing Adolf Hitler's Nazi party did, leg cuff, which South Korea had never seen leg cuffs with those big giant iron balls. And then the terrible treatment, and then they were doing chinkai and all that. They were being racist to the workers. So South Korea had to, at that time, Lee Jae-myung had to call over Korean Air to pick up those 450 workers from USA to back to South Korea, and it was just everyone was crying when they went back. They came into Incheon Airport when they landed. Every single news they were interviewing them. It was the families that they were so emotional. Everyone was crying. So what did South Korea do next? They decided to work with Canada. So they would invest in factories in Canada, mostly in Ontario and other places, cities where the automobile industry is well known. And also, South Korea is also sending submarines because Germany they uh, they plan to send theirs, but the the deal was signed. So it was Lee Jae-myung and Mark Carney. They did the deal, and now what Donald Trump Jr. and any MAGA, in, including Mina Kim, who is a traitor. Because because she grew up as a U.S. Citizen, not as a Korean. And everyone knows that the U.S. Education system is terrible compared to what you see in Europe and Asia. Everything is terrific. USA can't even make the top list of healthiest countries and best countries regarding education and health. And because the USA they can't even make the top 50. Canada they can make the top 20, but plus USA they can't even get maternity leave. Yeah, you still have to work. Well, European and Asian countries, you get paid leave. Although these university students, they are still stubborn to see what really happened last year. And just because they were opposed Yoon Suk-Yeol's impeachment, they didn't really look at why did he get impeached. But if you break the law and multiple laws, especially, of course you're gonna get arrested. And back in 1997, there was a president who did get end up on death row and yeah, get killed. So Yoon Suk-Yeol, he's also going to get killed. And no matter what they try to do stuff like this, yeah, this guy is like the 29-year-old, 25-year-old, and of course the Mina Kim is pictured on some billboard, but actually, if you look closely, it's not. If you actually focus, it's just a movie, a Korean drama that is right there. If you focus on Netflix Korea. They just happen to film it at a different place. But if these Korean MAGA, if they didn't focus on what happened last year, that what Donald Trump what he really wants. He wants to control everything. He even tried to do this thing called Board of Peace. Tried to get the country to get into this sort of like this group where he is the leader and the other country, the leaders, they join him and do all that discussion. But why is it called Board of Peace? Because he is bored of peace. Because the United States is the country that always starts fights, these wars, and then they never win these wars. They lose. And look what happened is what's happening in during the this World War III USA and Israel attacking Iran, but Iran is holding up their own, and they managed to fight back, and they shot down the U.S. Air Forces, and also managed to fight back at Israel too, because what the USA likes to do is they typically like to do is they rely on mostly their air force more than their soldiers on the ground. But Iran is a smart country and of course better educated. And yet, these university students, the, these Korean MAGAs, they're still talking Charlie Kirk and but what this new generation, they really need to know their history, and especially what that biopic documentary that came out, The King's Warden. Yeah, that was in film. It was out in cinemas in South Korea first. Yeah, loved it. It was very emotional and no happy ending, but it was a biopic documentary. And here's another woke person. Shinhu, one who 35, she thinks that the USA is the country of freedom. But with this stupid Korean actually doesn't know that what just happened to the United States. United States is the divided states, and Donald Trump has took everything away. So you can't say anything about Donald Trump inside the United States because if you say something about him in person or online, especially if you're Canadian, yeah, you're going to get locked up in an ICE facility. Wu Wan Shin had no understanding of how those 450 workers from Hyundai and the LG they had to deal with all that racism and xenophobia and hatred. They won't. You know what these people do? They even arrest babies. They call people aliens. It's only if you're a part of MAGA, if you they are so stupid, they will even shoot themselves dead for them. They will even buy these Trump phones, which they never even got released, and they were like, they were so dumb to even buy one, which is, they don't exist. It's just Donald Trump who just wants to make more money. They have never understand like how deportation. There'd be so many things they just don't understand that it's always you have to be like an early Gen Z or way before. Gen Y, Gen X, baby boom, and if anyone that is lucky to still be alive that long, over 100 years of age. What really is happening in the world right now. That's why United States they pulled out of out of United Nations when Donald Trump was on his first term. Every country sees United States as a threat and country they hate and they do not want to interact with. Except China, with exceptions. Then Xi Jinping, yeah, he is way smarter than Donald Trump, and Donald Trump doesn't realize this every time they meet. And even that happened to North Korea, Kim Jong-un. So just put the Korean MAGA in IC concentration camp and see how they feel. You think you love United States so much, then get treated out like trash. Your ancestors, they are disappointed in you, dead or alive. And true South Koreans are actually in South Korea, and those who live abroad, they are happy that Yoon Suk-Yeol had been impeached and death row because he broke martial law and did things Donald Trump does and did what R. Kelly did. And Yoon Suk-Yeol's wife, she was a call girl who, meaning a woman who worked for people just like how those women who worked for R. Kelly. And you know what happened to R. Kelly? He got arrested. So these Korean MAGAs, they're acting just like Maple MAGA, Pierre Poilievre, and Daniel Smith, Scott Moe, and now Doug Ford. They're trying to hide things, spread lies, hide the evidence. So President Lee, he's still going to be at the meetings when Mark Carney and other Asian leaders are meeting for the ASEAN meeting. Because people like them, they're just too much social media addicts, and they don't know what the truth. They can't differentiate the truth versus the lies that someone will tell you, because they'll be people like what happened with US government. Barack Obama, he warned people about Donald Trump. Michelle Robinson, Barack Obama's wife, she warned people about Donald Trump. Bernie Sanders, who was could be Democratic Party president, but Joe Biden beat him. He just had better numbers. But yeah, he told them several times, and he still is doing it. Joe Biden has talked about what's going on about Donald Trump. Kamala Harris, she has warned about the lies Donald Trump will spread, but they didn't trust her because she's a woman. she's black, and she has Asian ancestry. Also, Tim Walz, he also he also talked about this against Donald Trump. It's always people who are not in the United States or divided states who know the best, especially Canadians and the Europeans and the Asians who are not woke. Especially the fact that Donald Trump he did kidnap a president. You think that actually is is a leader who of the free world? Yeah, no country leader does something like that. So no matter how much they're trying to use messaging app like the Korean chats on Kakao Talk, which is exclusively Korean, but you don't have to be a Korean to use it. It's just like WhatsApp, but it's Korean owned. But you can't impeach a president if he or she didn't do anything wrong. You can remember, Park Geun-hye was only impeached because she was sending illegal money, and that's why Moon Jae-in was the replacement. So if Yoon Suk-Yeol does something illegal, yes, another president can be the replacement until his term ends, and then another election. But remember, if you're going to be like a country leader, you have to make sure that you're following the laws that have been enacted, because if you don't, you're going to get murdered. Just like the president who got murdered in 1997. So, good luck with Yoon Suk. Yeah, that because we want him dead. Because no one likes a liar. Because just because you have higher leadership does not mean you can do things and Mina Kim, she should be arrested for spreading controversy. And she should be forced to do community service, just like what happened to Ramsey Ismail. The guy, Johnny Somalia, that social media influencer who caused trouble in Japan and then caused trouble in South Korea, and then Lee Jae-myung got him jail time, and then also forced community service and no special treatment. And even USA hates him. The Khalid Ismail. And also, that's why USA citizens are hated in South Korea. Because they don't do their research. And that's why Mina Kim are stupid. She is a stupid person who's just trying to ruin the country. Trying to support someone who is ruining the country. And then luckily got arrested, charged, and death row. We're just are waiting when Yoon Suk-Yeol is on electric chair. Because we're waiting.